I forgot to record. If someone could help me remember to record, I'm recording now. That would be helpful because clearly it's my um, weak point. And Shauna's here, and Shauna, you're the one who sent me the video, right, Shauna?
Yes.
Shauna, I know it's sappy, but I got a little bit emotional. I didn't cry, but I was there on the edge of it. She just sent me the sweetest little video that she made last night. And I don't know, it just really touched me. I was like, it was so beautiful. And I'm
They
just,
were my family, actually. My grandmother, my mother, and then us growing up, and then and I want to start the year with like some kind of families thing. So, I was kicking that off with and then we're going to do like a discussion and writing. But I just want to thank you again. Like, I don't know how you are like so patient. I would have, you're amazing. So thank you.
right on. Yeah, I get a little bit thrown sometimes, for sure. I get like, ugh. But thank you. And Shauna, if you might want to, I don't know how you feel about sharing your video.
Well, I had some trouble uploading it to YouTube, and then when I tried to play it myself, I couldn't do it. I'm happy to do it. Should I do it right now?
Yeah, do you mind?
Okay. All right. We'll see if it works. I'm sorry if it doesn't in advance because
it's very sweet. And to me, okay, here we
go. Okay, I think, how do I make it big?
It's pretty big right now.
It is big?
On mine it is, yeah.
Okay. Then I just have to push play.
Oh, I don't see it moving though.
Do you see it?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's not advancing. It's just on, like, you have to click play, kind of. Oh, there it goes. I bet you that'll work. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. And then these are the New York Times ones.
Beautiful. That was so nice. Yeah, so I got a little emotional about that. Because it just excites me, like with these tools, and it's like giving an artist a paintbrush, like the amazing things that you guys as caring and tender educators will create are just, I'm excited. It's a tragedy what's going on, but the way it's breaking down gender divide in tech, I just love it, especially gender and age divide. Your older women are just jumping on board. I speak as one myself. Um, but I'm just really touched. And I'm babbling, so now I'm going to move on.
Can I ask a quick question about that?
Yeah.
So as far as sharing videos in Zoom meetings,
Yeah.
I noticed I was able to hear the audio of that video. Is that just because she was playing it out loud and it was coming back in through her microphone?
Yeah.
Is there any other way to directly share the audio of a video aside from it, like sort of looping back in?
There is some advanced features in Zoom about your audio.
There are settings in Zoom where you can make it share the audio from your computer through the speakers, like as if it's just coming out like your voice does for whoever you're talking to, but I don't know how to use them.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on that either, but I saw it the other day and it's in advanced audio. Let's take a look. Let me share my screen. Let me get back to Zoom. Yeah, I may not be able to do this, but let's see. No, I don't see it here. Let me see on my audio panel here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when I click on the little guy
If
next to
you're
the
sharing your
microphone.
screen, we can't see what you're doing in Zoom.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for saying that. Oops, hold on. So if you click on the little arrowhead next to the microphone in the bottom left-hand corner, it looks like you have some choices for your microphone, but that may not be it. I think you have to go into Zoom's advanced settings and go to audio.
Okay.
I'll play with that tonight, and if I'm able to figure it out, I'll record a video so you can see it tomorrow.
Great. Thank you.
Sure, it's a good question.
Claire,
Yeah,
I just want to say that Shauna's video kind of opened my eyes. I'm really new to this. This is my introduction.
right
But
on.
I can see that with a very short video, you can get ideas across much quicker than if you're talking,
Oh, yeah.
especially to children.
Mhm.
You know, it can really start things going in an exciting way for the kids.
Yeah, and
And I was impressed. I was moved too.
right on, sweet. You know, it's all about the music. It's like there's these subtle things that, you know, you take it for granted, but you're crafting an emotional experience. And you don't really realize that until you do your first preview, and then you play around with it. And I find that it's soothing for the kids. And we really need to be soothing the kids right now. Anyway, I want to talk briefly about equipment. And before I do that, I'm going to go and give you a link one more time to the resources page, and I'll put that in the chat. Let me get back to Zoom. Chat. This is for everyone in the meeting. Okay. Now I want to point out, let me share my screen with you before I start talking about equipment. I want to show you, like, in a minute I'm going to be talking about equipment suggestions. At the bottom of that resources page are links to where you can buy these specific models. Although I think one of them is sold out. But I still put it there because I think it will lead you to other links. Like when it's sold out, they like items similar to this appears. I want to point out, sorry, I'm letting people in the meeting. Up here, I have added under the first one, it says editing videos in iMovie guide. So someone asked me if I had this yesterday. So being an overachiever, I'm like, oh, I better get one of those. So I started to put it together, and I think it'd be very helpful to you. I plan on adding to it, like the things I teach you today, I'll add that to the same document. It's a bit intense to teach and then make a mailing list and then make this document. So I'm not going to promise that I'll be able to keep that pace up, but like Wednesday, I have a doctor's appointment and stuff like that. So I'll do my best. Let me stop sharing. I want to talk a bit about equipment that I pointed out at the bottom of the resources page. This guy, I believe, was like 25 bucks. You can get it's a tripod. It has an iPhone holder on the top. I'm going to be honest with you, I actually lost the iPhone holder that came with the tripod. I swear, I would have thought I would have found it by now because I did a deep clean in my house. It still has not turned up, so I don't know what happened to it. I had to buy a new one. Separately, the holders cost about 10 bucks. You get a cheaper one for $5.99, but I don't know about cheaper plastic products. And this one came with a remote control, which I like because you're always going to be reaching in to stop your video. With the remote control, you don't have to do that. Fortunately, it's a tiny little remote control, and I have misplaced it. It's got its own special place, and when I went there, it wasn't there. But You use Bluetooth to link it to your phone, and the remote control is for your phone. And it's on the tripod, and then you're just like starting and stopping the video with this tiny remote control. This is another device I purchased. It is like a gooseneck lamp. It's got a clamp that goes onto your table, desk, but instead it's got this iPhone holder at the top, or phone holder. It has a design flaw. I am a phone dropper extraordinaire, and so I have to have an OtterBox on my phone, and I recommend those. They're very good. And with the weight of my phone case, this kept drooping, you know, and I paid, you know, maybe $25 for this thing. So then I started taking my phone out of the case. That was not practical. Just realized all I needed was a rubber band, and that gave it enough tension to stop the droop. Where do I use this? In my Zoom lesson, I'll come in on my laptop and my phone, and this will be my doc cam as I use manipulatives underneath it, or I'm writing a math problem. My phone shares its screen in Zoom, and I do that. But for video editing, I do a lot of arts and crafts videos. And so this is on my craft table, which is the top of the bookshelf. And so my hands are underneath that device as I'm drawing or showing them the materials we need. And then the last thing I want to show you now, I'm going to tell you this is excessive, okay? So I'm not, okay. They asked us what we wanted. And one of the things I asked for was a light. Do you remember that, the Berkeley Public Education Fund? They shared that list with my families. And so one of the moms like, I know you want a light. Why do I want a light? Because with my glasses, I kept having these glares right over my eyeballs. And I was like, that's not a way to connect with people when they can't see your eyeballs, you know? So I wanted to have like a light I could put up higher, an LED light, and it's pretty good, right? I mean, if I look up, it's not good. But so I want to show you this device. It costs $100 for just the light at the top. I didn't ask for a $100 light, but the one I wanted wasn't available. They're as low as $40, I think. Well, let me just show you this. It's going to get dark in here for a sec. Hold up. Tripod is not included in the price of the light. There she is. So this is a little light. It has, these are like reflecting panels. These are LED, and sorry, let me close it up for a second. I don't want to blind you guys. And so what I like about it is I can adjust the brilliance of it, and I can adjust the warmth of it. Let me see if I can, it can go from warm to cold. But that's excessive. Maybe I'll put this back. I do like it though, because I use it a lot. There's a lot of times that shadows are going to start to appear, and my house does not have the best lighting, so I like having the light. Okay, so today what I want to do is talk about, well, let's start with, do you have burning questions or anything like that?
Claire, I have a question. Andrew,
Yeah.
I'm struggling with splitting a clip. I've done all the other stuff, but in the double tap, I seem to put my cursor there and then I hit the delete button and it does it. But I want to learn how to do it properly.
Yeah, I think probably one thing that you, excuse me, one sec. You want to make sure your playhead is in the right spot. The playhead is the lighter gray line with the, one sec. With the triangle at the top. When you drag that playhead to where you want it to split, and then you just have to double click on or right click on the clip. I realized if you do the right click on the clip, when the playhead is in the right spot, it should give you that drop down menu. Did that work? All right, while she's working that out, any other things you want me to cover today?
I didn't know as far as splitting the clip, there's also a keyboard shortcut. And if you
Control
go,
B, I think, right?
it's either Control V or Control T. Control T is trim in iMovie. But if you go up to your edit feature and just look at that drop down menu, it'll tell you the keyboard shortcut. For me, that's been easier. You also, there's like the yellow line that has the little triangle on top. But that's not what you're looking to move. You're looking at it, you can see with Claire sharing her screen now, there's that other little triangle that if you focus on it, you can move that. That's how you want to move your cursor to the place where you want to trim.
Yeah, so you need to grab it by the triangle at the top.
Yeah.
And you can drag it. The other way you can move it is you hit the space bar and it starts to play, and hit the space bar again and it will stop.
Thank you, I got it.
And then once you have it where you want it to split, you can just right click the clip. You don't have to actually do it on the line. And this will appear. And it looks like I could have just done Command B as a keyboard shortcut. So put the playhead where you want to clip and do Command B and you should get it split.
And Claire, I did have a question because I put transitions in and then I realized I wanted to make like a slide in between because the movie has like kids developing their dance and then the final product. But when I tried to put the title on top of the transition, it wouldn't let me. Do I have to do that separately and then like have film?
Okay. You want a title on a transition.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Okay, so I would have like film, transition, title, transition, film.
Yes.
And it's just not going to take as long as that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I believe transitions, you can't do much on them because they're already doing so many things like spinning you around. And so, yeah, good question. All right, let me plug in my machine so we don't die here. And today, we talked about equipment. Okay, what I want to talk about today is speeding up your clip. Yes.
Yes.
I think I heard somebody. Did someone want to say something? Okay. So I'm going to go back to my media. And I believe I have a clip I put in here from, yep. All right, I'm going to bring this down to my timeline. So I want to talk about, sorry, I'm struggling with my Zoom getting in my way. So I want to talk about when you have, like I do a lot of arts and crafts. And so this is using that gooseneck holder. And I'm talking to them, and then here I start to draw. So I'm going to put a split there, and then I'm going to go to the end. And this is my scribble art project. And right before I finish coloring the last one, I'm going to split it there as well. So this middle section here, yeah, I don't know how long it is, but oh, it's 2.8 minutes. So that's too long. Nobody needs to be watching that for 2 minutes. So
Where does it say how long it is?
in the corner of my clip down in the timeline. In the top left-hand corner of the clip. Let me show you. Right there. When the playhead is over the clip, it will tell you how long the clip is. But the playhead has to be over it. I mean, not the playhead, not the playhead, the white line, your cursor. So I have taken this piece out. And the first thing I want to do, because I'm going to be changing the speed, is I want to turn the volume off, put it down to 0. Or I can mute it. So I just hit that mute button. So how did I get there? I selected the clip, and then above the preview window, these controls arrive. And I click on the audio, the speaker, and then I'm just going to click that mute button. Now I'm going to come over here to speed. Now I have the choice of normal, slow, fast, free frame, and custom. I feel like I heard somebody trying to talk. No. Okay. I'm going to go too fast. And I have a choice between 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, and 20 times. I'd go easy with the 20 times. That's a bit hard on the eyes. You have to just play with it and see. Now, now that I've sped it up, I'm going to zoom out a bit. Now that this clip has been sped up and I took the sound off of it, it's still 21 seconds. Sorry. It's still 21 seconds, and that's just a bit much. And when you're only trying to make videos be like 4 minutes, you don't want to waste 21 seconds on this. So the next thing I do is I'm going to randomly split it into 7 sections. Oops, did that wrong. I guess that one's too short. I'm going to try to randomly put it in. I definitely want to put it into an odd number of sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go.
Blair, what's the purpose of an odd number of clips?
Because let me just do this. Sorry, let me just do this one. I'm hoping it'll let me. It's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete 2 and 4. If I had 7, I'd delete 2, 4, and 6. Why am I doing this? I want to preserve the beginning, and I want to preserve the end. That would be clip 1 and clip 7. But I don't want everything in the middle. So I'm randomly taking chunks out of the middle. And that's the method I came up with. And then you preview it. And now it's going to jump to a lot more got done.
There you go.
And I would have music playing. And then for me, what's important is you do not do fast forward all the way to the end. Let the last little bit be in regular motion. And there would be music in the background while that speedy thing was going. Now, sometimes when I'm previewing, ooh, did you hear that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, was that you or me? Felt like it happened every time I moved my cursor.
No, that was me. That was
okay.
me in sound effects. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, what am I doing that I just made that noise? So I got a little bit lost there, but so that's, so you're going to preview it, and you might realize like the part that you left in is when you're changing markers and nobody wants to see that. So you can adjust it if your random deleting didn't do what you wanted it to do. The other thing I want to talk about is detaching audio from a clip. Now, why would you want to detach audio from a clip? Let's say I'm doing a video about these butterflies that were waiting for them to come out of their cocoon. So I've got a video of me filming this netted container that has the cocoons inside. And I'm talking about them. I'm like, do you see that on the cocoon? How it's got that little, looks like a gold bead. And can you see this? Now, in this clip, she talks about minnows. She's like, do you see the minnows down there in the water? So if I wanted to have me talking about butterflies or me talking about minnows. But the video that I have while I'm doing it is not that good. I want to go find images off of the internet, or I want to take a better photograph. So what I would do, so let's say it's about the minnows. I would split the clip. I would split the clip right about here, where she starts talking about minnows, and split it again afterwards. Now, actually, I like this clip. I wouldn't take this away, but let's pretend it's not good and I don't want the video. I select the clip. I come above the preview window. I go to, no, that's not what I do, my bad. I select the clip and I right click it. And one of the choices in the drop-down menu is detach audio. So what's happened now is this video is separate from the audio, and I should be able, let's see. I should be able to just delete it. I did notice for myself, it's better if I move the detached video audio out of the way first and then delete it. I don't know if you saw what happened to me. When I first tried to delete it, it takes both of them. I don't really know why. But if I move, sorry. If I move it slightly out of the way, and then I can delete it. Now I might come over here and find a photograph of a minnow. Let's get a picture of this dog and put it down here. And then I could put this audio underneath that. So let's just imagine that's a photograph of a minnow. So then you can, you're not hearing anything. Hold on one sec. Why am I not hearing anything? 100%, but I didn't mute that, did I? Okay. Oh, it goes up. And if you get a bad audio, like you're too far away from the microphone, do know that you can go up to 400 with the volume. And sometimes I have to do that because when you use your phone as your camera, sometimes if you're a wide shot.
Hi guys.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yes. Okay, now it's working. Okay.
Place, and there's little minnows swimming at my feet, and it's so beautiful here.
So that would be a reason why you want to detach the audio. Like maybe you're going to be getting these beautiful images off the internet and you want to talk about them. That's one way you could do it. Another way you could have done that is, let me bring down like multiple of these. Let's just keep using the same crazy dog we met. All right, so another thing I could do is put a bunch of photographs into my timeline. Come over here to this microphone. And now I'm doing a voiceover. And so I'll hit record. Oh, wait a minute. I got to get my playhead to the right part. Okay. Oh, it was in the right part. That was my countdown. My bad. All right. So I'm going to hit record. And this was a crazy dog with some crazy hair that we met at the edge of the river. I think his name was Stanley. And we just couldn't stop laughing at his funny fur. And so then, and this was a crazy dog with some crazy hair that we met at the edge of the river. I think his name was Stanley. So that's another option. You can either, you have audio that's attached to a video that you already like, and so you can detach it, or you can just use this microphone underneath your preview mirror window. I keep calling it a mirror.
Claire,
And do a voiceover. Yeah.
can I ask a question? I'm very technologically challenged, and last night I was trying to get audio. I don't have anything in iTunes. I have Spotify and Pandora.
Oh, goodness gracious. And thank you for asking that question. I did not talk about audio yet. So I'll show you some audio in iMovies. Is that Is that what you're asking?
That would be great. I'm just trying to figure out how to get audio in. And the
Yeah.
same thing is, how do I get internet stuff in? I mean, I guess I'm just having trouble sort of navigating how to get things in. You know, I set up my test folder.
Yeah.
I brought everything in from my test folder, but I'm just not sure how to get the internet stuff in so that it
So
shows.
when you say internet stuff, what stuff are we talking about from the internet?
For example, I thought you said, maybe I misunderstood. Say you wanted to, say you're making an iMovie and you want to show a picture of a butterfly,
Yeah.
or a picture of a chrysalis, and then
Yes. Yeah.
talk about it, as you said.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to get captions or clips from the internet, just to bring in, not even a movie, but just a picture.
Yeah. So the picture's the easier one to answer.
Okay.
The video is I'm going to be showing you probably maybe Thursday. I have an app that I use to download video off the internet, and I'll share that with you.
Okay.
So hopefully you know where you put your images that you got off the internet. If you look above the word audio at the top,
Mhm.
there's this down arrow, and that's going to open up a window, which is basically your Finder, and you can navigate this, click on Macintosh HD or
Okay.
your desktop, and try and find that place where you put those images.
Mhm.
Let me see, I'm just going to take something off my desktop. Once you do, let me see. So I click on it twice and that showed up in my media.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully that works for you. Now, super important question. I forgot to talk about audio. So I'm going to get rid of this audio that I just did my voiceover. When you're ready to put audio into your project, go up here to audio, up at the top, click on it, and unfortunately, iTunes is not available for you to use. Those are all copyright protected, and they won't even let you bring it into an iMovie. But they do give you music. So up here where it says music, if you, no, I'm sorry. On the side, click on sound effects. Now, once you click on sound effects, I don't know what yours says up here. It might just say effects or sound effects, I don't know. But this up here is a long drop-down menu.
Right.
And
That.
inside Life Sound Effects, I would direct you toward this file, which is jingles. And these are your jingles, and they go in time order on mine. So the longest ones are at the end.
Oh, okay.
Now, this actually was difficult for me when I first started learning iMovie, because I actually had to search the internet multiple times before I finally figured out how to do this. So you click something you like, right? And you can preview it. So you're like, yeah, I want that. So you're trying to drag it down, and it's just driving me crazy. Until I figured out you have to click on this green box up here, and you have to get that white line around it. Once you have that, then they'll let you drag it down. It took me so long to figure that out. So I'll say that again. When you choose what you want, you have to click on the green box up here to get that white line around it. And you could actually, I believe, maybe not. All right, and then you drag that down here. And then I want to draw your attention to, there are blue bands underneath your photos and your video. And that is the audio for your video clip. The photos are just a blank band because there is no audio. And I want to show you this feature. So you can adjust the volume down here. You can just grab you get that back and forth arrow, and let's see if I'm sorry, the up and down arrow, and you can adjust the volume from 400 down to 0 this way. Now, another thing you can do is, sorry. There we go. So another thing you can do is fade it in and fade it out. And the way that I do that, let me confirm. I'm going to go to, sorry, I just froze for a minute.
What are the back and forth arrows for it? The vertical ones are for the volume.
The back and forth are, I think, for this, but the up and down are for the volume. And there is a way, and I'm just trying to find, I just lost my memory of how to do this. So, okay, view, yeah. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have to visit this again tonight when I'm not with you guys and come back to it because it just fell out of my brain. But what you can do is this soundtrack I have in the background, I can split it right here. And so I could have it at full volume as the title plays. And I can have it fade out at, oops, sorry. If I bring that volume, sorry. If I click on this clip that's underneath the title, and I come up here to audio, oh my goodness. Darn it, I'm just totally choking on audio right now. There is a way to fade it out, and I'm losing that right now. Let me try it up here. Modify, fade to, no. Okay, I'm gonna leave the audio for a while and come back to that after I refresh my memory on it. But what I do is I have the audio loud, and then I have it fade out, and then when I'm talking, I have the audio go down to a lower level in the background. So I'll show you what that sounds like. Oh, I should get rid of all these pictures. Okay, let's try that again.
And it's so beautiful here.
And I think I put it maybe down too low. I put it up a little bit higher so you can.
It's so beautiful here.
And
Claire, I found the fade ins on transitions. The fade audio in and out is commonly used. It says in transitions under there. Is that where it is? That's where I found my transitions for fading in and fading out.
On the audio?
Well, yeah, I think so. Still new to me.
But let me come back to that. I'm just choking in the moment. Sorry about that.
Totally fine.
What I do want to do while I'm choking on audio, I promise to come back with a better lesson on that. I want to come over to iMovie, and we're going to go into, nope, where are we going to go? Oh my goodness.
Claire, can I just say something real fast?
Yes.
It says the fade audio in and out. It's to reveal the fade handles. You position the pointer over the audio portion of a clip and the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you the option of your fading in and out. Does that help?
Yeah, I don't see it, but thank you for your help. I'm just going to abandon ship on that and teach what I do right now in this moment and then relearn that. I'm sorry. So what I want to show you in iMovie, if you go to preferences, you can set how many seconds you want your photos to come in as a default. And you can also choose if you want that Ken Burns fit or crop to fit. I usually leave it at 4 seconds and Ken Burns, but if I'm doing like a yearbook where I have a large number of photos and I know the whole project, I do not want them each for 4 seconds, I would change that to, I would say you can safely go down to like 2.5 seconds on a photo, especially if you have a lot of them. So I wanted to show you that. And I want to bring your attention to this little word over here, which says settings. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of your preview window. And if you click on it, you can choose a theme. And I really do like the themes. So if you have a desktop, you have a few more themes than us with the laptops. But these themes are available to you. I like the comic book one. So you're going to click change. Let me come back to the settings. And then you have a choice if you you want to fade in from black or fade out to black. These for your video, those would be choices here. Now with that theme, it now looks like this.
It's so beautiful here.
Okay, that did not look that interesting, but if I had a bunch of photos in there, so let me get a photo or two. Okay, let's try that again. So you can see that it has its own fancy transitions. If I go over to transitions, now that I have chosen that theme, up at the top of my transitions, I got these new ones that are just for the comic book. And I can only access that if I choose it as a theme. One thing I would advise you about is it does this thing to the end of your project. Give that a try. And when you're done, take a picture and send it to me so I can share it with everybody else. All right, have a good time doing art. Bye. So I really do not enjoy having directed by in my name at the end of a video. The nice thing is I can just take that. When I'm done, let me just see if it messed it up. I have to turn off the automatic contact. Good. So I would just do that as the last thing you do. When you're done with your project, if you don't want that thing at the end of your project directed by so-and-so, when you're done, you can go and delete that off.
How do you take that out again? Can you show us?
Yeah, so it was there as a purple box as a title. And so I select it and just delete it. And then it says turn off automatic content and I say fine. Because that's the only way I can get rid of it. All right, so.
Sorry, Claire, can you repeat that one? How do you get rid of it? I'm sorry.
Sure. So when I chose the theme, it automatically changed my project and it added this guy to the very end. And it's a purple box that's sitting on top of my timeline. If I click on it once and then I hit delete, and then I say turn off automatic content, that will get rid of it.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah.
But did you get rid of the theme too?
No, I went back to double check. It still got the rest of it. But I definitely would do that last. Now the theme does not do something fancy every time. It does it some of the time. Anyway. So let me see what else I wanted to tell you. One thing I was playing around with last night, I was really struggling over here navigating my photos. And so it's my albums, and then I should be able to click here to go to all of my albums. And it just, I couldn't get it to work. And then randomly it would work sometimes. And then I finally figured out how to fix it. This guy over here, if I click him, that makes this wider. So now I can get back to all my albums. But I need to make sure I go back so I can access this stuff if I need to later. So that was something that I discovered that made it a little bit less frustrating for me. All right, so we've talked about titles, transitions, backgrounds. Do I have any burning questions right now? Okay, I want to show you kind of an advanced feature. So, and I hope I'll be able to show it to you. Let me see. If I go to view, precision, oh, there we go. All right, so this is the thing I couldn't find before. It was under Windows. So if I come down here to my audio clip and I go to view, no, it's not doing it. No, window, it's window. Clip trimmer. Nope, that's not it. If you ever stumble into clip trimmer and you need to get out of it, and I'll be showing you something in there in a minute. When you get, if you ever stumble into here to get out of it, you click on this white X in the corner. No, I don't see it. Okay. So when you're trimming a clip and you want to be a little bit more precise, you can go to something called clip trimmer. And I just want to show you what this is. It's a bit advanced. What it allows you to do is to decide exactly where you want one video to begin and where exactly you want it to end. And the nice thing about it is you can slide the clip back and forth here. It's just another way of finding the exact right place. And if I click on this one, I could also find the place on this clip where I want. So that's, clip trimmer is a more precision editing tool. And I'm just going to back to it for a second. And there's also something called the precision editor. Oops. Hold on one sec. And I think precision editor is what I was looking for. In precision editor, nope, it's not. Still not doing it. I'm going to stop for now because I feel like I've gotten myself a bit confused and I'm sort of not being very helpful right now. I'm going to brush up on the things I stumbled on. I apologize for that. Your homework for tonight is to use a theme, and in your project, I'd love for you to have audio. I'm going to go back 1 minute and talk about that audio one more time. To get to the audio, you click on audio up at the top, and you can move. You'd want sound effects. In addition to the jingles, another place you can find music is in the theme music. And I believe when you choose your theme, it's probably going to come with the audio. So choose a theme, and if it comes with the audio, use that. Otherwise, bring in some audio. And I might challenge you to try some special effects sounds. One of the things that I like to do is, you know, you're playing to an empty house, right? And you may be telling a joke. And it's kind of sad because nobody's laughing at your joke because nobody's there. So I would put in like, dun-dun-dun, like a cymbal hit or a crowd laughing or a crowd booing, like, oh, Miss Dugan. So I would use some of those sound effects just to lighten up my video. Before I leave you today, I want to remind you to fill out the feedback form in Sched where you signed up for this class. That is your participation form. Go back and do it for yesterday if you didn't do it. And if you did not receive an email from me, could you please put it in the chat, your name and your assignment, and I'll add you to my email list. Any questions
Claire?
before I go?
Yeah, Yes, Claire, I have a question. Is your session from yesterday, is it videotape that I could have access to it because I was not here yesterday?
Yes, and could you put that in the chat that?
I did put it in the chat room, in the chat.
Did you put that you want the audio, the video from yesterday in there?
I just asked a question, if it was tape and if it was available to viewing.
Okay, so I'll know that's you, and I'll shoot you an email with the video, but it will be linked to the resources page as well.
Oh, it will be, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have that too, Claire, and feed it. Can I just put it in the chat so you can send it?
Yeah, if you could, because my memory's not that good.
Okay, and then we can sign up also for the questionnaire that you said that we have to sign in.
No, you're gonna have to go to SCED. And,
what is that?
yeah.
I don't know what SCED is or how to get there.
I think it's schedule.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was SCED, but I think it's schedule.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
And if you look when you click on the class, underneath there will be a yellow button that says feedback form. That's your participation form.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't forget to fill that out. And sorry about stumbling today. I'm embarrassed. Yeah.
There is I know there was a timesheet somewhere. Is that also in that SCED app?
No.
Where is that?
Yes, I'm assuming Debbie Dean is going to send that out.
Okay, I think there was some email that said it was somehow attached to these presentations. I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? They actually
email, and that's where the timesheet is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
You just have to add each class as you go.
Hello to Mr. Hammond. I'm just seeing you there for the first time. Hey, Mr. Hammond.
Claire?
So, yeah.
I was working this morning and I had a hard time exporting from my photos the video clip. It kept giving me this about preserving it, original or something.
Okay, is this who's speaking to me right now? Because I'm not seeing that.
Ilona.
Okay, let's spend a little time with you sharing your screen with me. Before she does that, do we have any other questions?
I have a question, Janet. When you're deleting some of those frames, are they gone for good, or is this saved in a different place so you have all your original filming as well?
Yeah, no, it's not deleting the original. It's and your media is up above. You could delete it from your timeline, but it's still up above and you could drag it back down again.
Oh.
But nothing we're doing is actually affecting the originals.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
a good question, yeah.
That's perfect.
All right, so it looks like you've shared your screen with me, right?
Yes.
So bring us over to what we're talking about here.
So should I just
try and get it to give you that message you were getting?
So like, for instance, it's starting to take it just doesn't do it. Is that just slowness or?
You might quit iMovie and then quit Photos and then open Photos and open iMovie again. That might be a workaround. Looks like a processing issue. Could be because you're sharing your screen. I don't know.
This is really old stuff. I would love to not see this come up all the time.
I know. I haven't figured that one out yet. I don't want to see my oldest things first, but I have. So, but you can scroll down by grabbing the thing on the side and pulling it down.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, that's a fast way to move.
Okay, so if I want to go into my video,
excuse me,
I go to albums because I made an album. Yes.
Excuse me.
This is just going in circles with.
Hold on one sec. I'm going to cough and then I'm going to try and help you. All right, here's what I would do.
Okay,
you
here's.
didn't really go into your albums. You need to go into my albums. So you see where it says albums?
Here.
Could you change that to my albums?
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, you see that little square next to my albums? It's like, yeah, click on that. Can you click on it?
Hmm. Okay.
Is Zoom in the way? Try clicking on that tiny square. Nothing's happening?
No.
Okay, it should expand the window and you take out that project media that's on the left of it so that you can get into all my albums. I would think maybe your computer is having trouble because you're sharing it on Zoom. Why don't I just try and talk you through it? Let's have you stop sharing.
Okay.
All right, this will be a little bit harder. Is that thing working now?
Let me see. No, it's still circling. Oh, it just stopped. Okay, so now it came up with my media and a gazillion rolls from like 2011.
Okay, you were on my album, right? My albums? And next to my albums, does it say all my albums?
No. It just says my albums.
And are you seeing all your albums?
Yeah, from
Oh, good. So choose an album. Choose that album that you made. Did you make an album for this?
I did, and it's at the very, and there's a way you said to scroll down through the whole. Okay, here we go.
So once you select an album, you're inside that album. And to get back to all your albums, you got to click on all my albums up above.
You know, I don't want to take up everyone's time.
You know what? People are just leaving anyway. Class is over. Just keep going.
All right. So the weird thing is it's looking like albums, but it's not showing my favorites. It's not showing any recent to me. It's not.
Okay, go back to sharing my screen, your screen with me so I can see what we're saying.
Okay, let's see.
One thing, I think your processor is being overtaxed, so you want to close everything except Zoom and iMovie. Close your mail, close everything.
Right, I'm trying to find the Zoom.
The Zoom should be in your dock at the bottom, and you should be able to jump there by clicking on it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, and let's see, share screen. Okay.
You're not sharing yet.
Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, share screen.
All right, so let's get back into iMovie.
Okay, let's see.
It should be in the dock.
Right, iMovie. There we go.
Yep. All right, so where is this album you speak of? Which album are we working in?
An album with the name of the project. It should be in my just albums, in my photos.
Yeah, and if you made it recently, it should be up at the top, is it not? Pull that black thing up.
Okay, there it is.
There, click on that. Now here's all your stuff.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to get to a different album, see above where it says all my albums, that's how you get back to accessing the other albums.
Okay.
So you had something about it wanting to, I forget your question, something about the original or something?
Yeah, there was a post, there was a question that said, make sure you export it to blah, 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 so you retain the original. And that made me nervous. It looked like it was a
Who's it? Like it came up as a text window and in the process?
It happened over again, over and over.
Do you think you can make it happen now?
I could try, yeah. So to bring in media, that would be a great thing. So let's say I wanted a new project and I wanted to bring in new media. I hit my media right here.
What do you mean by media? Which kind of media do you want to bring in?
I want to bring in a completely new video from my photos on my laptop.
Okay, so you don't have to, so see where it says my albums? Is it in an album or is it in just all photos?
It should be in it should be video, in a video. It saved in videos.
Okay, so go to my albums.
Okay.
Change it to albums. And where it says all, oh, it already says video. So you're already in videos. Do you see it there?
Yeah, okay, so we could just take anything.
Yeah, from any folder.
That, oh, and then and that means it's already it's there?
Once you, no, you have to, so that window hold on one sec. Yeah, it's up there and you can drag it down to your timeline and use it if you want to. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so, and you drag it from here. There we go.
Yeah, or you could hit the plus sign that's in the bottom corner.
Okay. So you always do it in this flow that you find it in the iMovie as opposed to going into your photos and exporting it.
No, I don't do that. That would be, no, they're interwoven, so you don't have to do that. Photos is inside of iMovie, so don't leave iMovie to go to Photos.
Okay, fantastic. That's my question. Thank you so much.
I just want to point out, you put one video on top of another video there. Do you see that?
Do like that, right?
Yeah, I would just be interested. What does that look like when you have two videos, one on top of another? Are they playing? Anyway.
Claire?
Yeah.
Sorry to bother you to eat it again. I was just trying to sign up for, or at least show that I attended this course. There's no option in the sketch. I don't know
Do
where
you
to.
see feedback?
Hold on, let me see.
You have to go to today's class and yesterday's class.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. I say there's a schedule, speakers, attendees, but I don't see anything that says feedback.
Okay, let me share my screen with you.
Okay.
It's on the class title.
Yeah, you have to actually choose the class for today.
It drops down and then the link is inside there.
Oh, feedback. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So.
Okay. So you found it.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. It should say participation form, but I think they're limited by the app. Yeah.
Okay, no, it does say participation form and professional development. So
yeah,
so
once you click on feedback, it'll say participation form, yeah.
And I can access also yesterday's, right?
You have to go show previous classes. You gotta click that and then it'll open up Monday's classes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're awesome. I really love this class.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are using it the way I had hoped, which is let's go slow. Let's make sure everybody understands.
Yeah.
I am a bit embarrassed that my brain just kind of seized up. I'm just going to blame it on aging.
You can blame it on whatever, but I think it was a great thing because it's too much information anyway. And
oh, good. Yeah, you were saturated, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine that you didn't just throw that at us all.
It's a little bit embarrassing for that kind of stuff to happen in front of so many people. Like, oh, wait. So now I'm going to go remember how to do that stuff so I can explain it better tomorrow.
Thank you. No, we'll be looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right. Anybody else have any questions before I wrap us up here? I want to give you a warning. I probably should have. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm going to run out of here really or a little bit early tomorrow because I have to be at a Kaiser appointment by 11:30. So I'm going to halt at 10:50, I think.
Okay.
Just so you know. All right, guys. I'll say goodbye for now.
All right. Take care.
Bye.